We shouldn't have. If I had it my way, we'd just leave it set up.
Go ahead with questions. Mac, what does it mean to you to now know that every time you step in here, your name will be on the building?
It's an incredible honor, and it's going to make me reflect and think about my friend Bill Scott even more than I already do. He and Ruth and their family have been so generous, not just to Creighton University and our athletic department, but Omaha as a whole. And this was his wish, and he ended up winning this one because we tried to talk him out of it many times.
Can you take us back to that moment or that conversation when you heard from them that this is what they wanted and it was going to happen?
Well, he wanted it 10 years ago, and Bruce and I talked him out of it in hopes that at some point he would agree to have it be named in his honor. But now the sad part is I wish he would have been here to enjoy today because this was his wish. And obviously, that family's been incredible to us and to this institution. So it's quite an honor, and I'm not sure it's totally sunk in yet.
Maybe Bill's not here, but to get to have this moment with Ruth and some of their kids and your whole family here, what does that mean?
Yeah, really special. This isn't something when you start a career that you have a chapter in the book after the day the building was named after me. So, a lot of emotions, obviously, and appreciation for the Scotts, and certainly appreciate, my family's support during a long coaching career. It certainly wouldn't have been possible without them.
Can you kind of describe that family support too, and just the amount of sacrifice from Teresa to Sid to everybody in that family?
Yeah, I don't know how many times we moved, 7, 8 times probably during my coaching career, and that means new schools for the kids and selling a house and buying a house and packing up, and because when you take a new job, I just leave, and I leave all the work behind to somebody else, and that usually fell on them. So, they've been incredibly supportive, and there's no chance I am where I am today without them.
I'd ask Doug the same thing. What's it mean that the building is named after your whole family, maybe not just you in particular?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Doug had a monumental impact on our athletic department and really changing Creighton from a nice little basketball program in the Midwest to a national name because of the success he was able to have. And then, Teresa and Sydney and Nick have always been incredibly supportive of all of us, just like we've been supportive of their respective careers. But it was fun to have everybody here today.
Any added perks, anything that you get now that the name's
They
on
haven't
the
told
building?
me yet. No, they haven't told me yet. I already got a key to the place, so I'm safe there. But maybe we'll work on keeping that bar open.
Thanks, Coach.
Does it seem surreal that 14 years later your guys' name is on this building?
A little bit. It's definitely surreal. Walking into that old gym when I was in college, it's probably like a math class now. To come in here and feel the soft floor and just see all the guys that have developed through the years that have come through this building, it's surreal, and we definitely don't take it for granted.
What do you remember about watching this place build as your dad was saying up there?
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. I literally lived across the street in Opus Hall right there, and I think they purposely put my room directly looking at the construction of this building. I don't know what it was, a little motivation on their end, or just waking us up early in the morning on purpose to get us to practice or study hall. But it's just cool to see it like this, and it's already been here for so long, and to have a place to call home. And I come back in the summertime, and all the guys that are playing overseas or professionally, to have a place that we can all call home, it's very special.
Your dad talked about it up there, but do you agree that you guys were part of laying the foundation to allow for all the resources, all the success that Creighton's had?
Totally. Obviously there's a lot of guys that came before us too. You see Kyle Korver's name on the court, Anthony Tolliver, Ryan Sears, all those guys, Dana Altman, heck of a coach, obviously, and we wouldn't be here if it weren't for them either. So we obviously, we all look up to them, and the legacy my dad's continued to carry on with this program. It's been special, and it's fun to watch from afar. I can't make it back much, but I'm glued to the TV every time they're on TV.
It's not every day that a coach that is still coaching gets their name up a building. So, I mean, just looking at that and the legacy that your dad and you have built already, how much farther are you guys going to go to?
Yeah, he's a very humble man, and I think he'll be a little red-faced a little bit walking in here out of embarrassment, seeing his name on it, but he definitely he deserves it, and it wouldn't be possible without all these people here today, and obviously the Scott family, and it's an unbelievable day. He deserves all the credit. He's developed all these guys into great people and great players, and it's just kind of a celebration of him as well.
What's it like getting to watch Creighton from afar too in the pros and just seeing that success continue in the Big East?
It's been special to follow him. I think it's gotten to the point now where, people really know about Creighton basketball. I have coaches always saying stuff to me that they love watching the way they play, and other players, making bets against me, against their former teams. It's just cool to see a school from Omaha have national recognition and seeing all these guys' success. And obviously we have a draft coming up here pretty soon, and hopefully a couple guys get their names called. So just continue to rise this program, and it's so fun to be a part of.
Yeah, how many guys knew where Creighton was when you entered the league versus now?
I still don't know if they for sure know. They think they see that it's in the middle of Nebraska, and I always remind them that Omaha is a pretty big city. It's not just a town with a bunch of farms in it, but people are aware of it. They see the crowds on TV. It's like an NBA atmosphere in there every night, and it's a special place. It really is, and it's all because of the fans.
10 years in the league for you, what have you learned most throughout that duration?
It's been a grind. It feels like yesterday I was getting my name called, and I've been in a lot of different places, seen a lot of different stuff, played with a lot of different guys, and I don't take it for granted. Each year means even more to me, and I try and make the most of each year, and hopefully someday I can call it quits and on my own terms, and be able to enjoy it a little and come back here more and see more Creighton basketball. So I'm really looking forward to that time, even though I think I'm like 0-3 or 4 seeing them in person. So maybe once my dad's gone, I'll come back and catch some more.
What's better, the jersey and the rafters or the name on the building?
I think this. I think this is more about my dad and our family. Obviously, my jersey night was special, but I viewed that more as my teammates too, that couldn't get their jerseys retired, but they're all a part of that. So, they're both special, but this is really cool just because it's for him and our family.